And I know Tara's on her way. She'll be here in a little bit if she's not already. There she is. Okay.
I am, but I'm going to go get a little heater because I'm really cold.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start recording, and then I'm going to share my screen. Oh, and I never even pulled it up. There it is. I don't even know if I finished this last night. I don't think I did, but it's okay. It's not much. It's mostly just like what's coming up, and then I wanted to show you the actual group. So first of all, guys, we have a new team member. Sophie is on the call today, and so I just wanted to say hi to her and welcome her. So if you guys see her, that's like she's here. She's with us.
Hello.
And then, like I said, Sophie, like you're allowed to like talk as much as you want on this call or not at all. Like this is just us throwing ideas back and forth. And so if you have questions, this is like your first one, and we say something that you have no idea what we're talking about, you can stop us and we can explain that.
Okay.
So team coffee chats, we have these every Saturday at 8 a.m. Central Time. Then we have the national wake up calls. Those are on Monday. Those are super important. Obviously it's not run by our team, but it's like crucial to the business in terms of like knowing what's going on with announcements and all those things. So show up to those. And if you can't show up, you can either check out the podcast, which Tara, that's updated now again, right?
It is.
Okay. So you can do the podcast, or I go to the Team Beachbody Coach 411 page on Facebook, and they have them, they do them as a live video on there. So I do it that way because I like to see their faces. Usually I'm folding laundry while I'm listening to it, but I still like to see their faces. And then this is for our team. This is the Diamond Leader Call. So if you are an Emerald coach or Diamond coach, you can tune into this call, and I'm gonna talk about like the mindset shift that I had to make to go from Emerald to Diamond, because there is quite a different mindset you have to take on, and leadership skills. So that is what it is. So I'll be talking about that on Tuesday, November 13th. And then this is what like the bulk of our call is going to be about. And when I say like our call, it's going to be very short today. We're just kind of going over dates. So November 16th and 17th, that's this coming up Friday and Saturday. We are doing the Team Forward Fitness flash sale for the Black Friday. Sophie, Team Forward Fitness, so like we have upline coaches who have upline coaches, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Brigida Linford, who did our Coach University videos, we do a lot with her team because we are part of her team. And so what she does for us, for like our team as a whole, she will put together these amazing coach sneak peeks and flash sales, which these are kind of new to the Beachbody world. And what they basically are is once a month or once every 2 months, we just do these like flash sales, which our challenge packs are always on sale. They always are. But when you say it this way, people are like, oh, it's a flash sale. It's all psychology is what it is.
Yeah.
So it's the same price all the time, but we're like, and we do offer some incentives. Like there are prizes that you can win. And then sometimes like for certain like big challenge packs, we'll say, we'll send you a $20 Amazon gift card. So like if a customer was to buy from you, then you would send them a $20 gift card. I just do PayPal back. I'm just like, here, just have the money back. You don't have to spend it on Amazon or whatever. But you still get a commission. You just give a little bit of your commission back. So it's still worth it.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to go to that flash sale thing really quick, like to the actual group page. But who listened to the National Wake Up Call this past Monday? It's okay, this is not like a test. I'm just wondering who did. Okay, that's fine, totally fine. So this past Monday, she talked about how she does not do specific challenge groups anymore, which I personally like doing specific ones. I like to say, this is a challenge group for Shift Shop, or this is a challenge group for 80-Day Obsession. My business took off once I started making them more specific because I was able to give my customers a guideline. I noticed so in all of 2017, I was like, hey, you just come to the challenge group, do a random challenge. Like you pick the challenge you want to do and you just log the workout. I think that's really, really good. I think that still works, but there still has to be a way that we have to give them guidelines. So as an example, when I send my invites out through Instagram or Facebook or wherever I'm sending it, I'll say, hey girl, I have a new challenge coming up November 26th. Do you want to join us? And she'll say, sure, what's, like, give me information. And I'll say, first, since the goal is to get you results, are you, and I say it, I have it worded better than this, but basically, are you willing to commit to doing X amount of workouts per week, follow the nutrition, and log that into our accountability app? And the reason I say that and the reason I go there right off the bat is because people want to know, like, what it is that I'm going to actually be giving them. Like, what is the accountability? What is the program? Even that quickly, what is it going to look like? And they want to know that I'm holding them to a certain standard. If I say, just get in, whatever program you want, there's not accountability there. That's more of like a, what standard is she holding me to? Like, so if can I only do 3 workouts a week and still get results? And can I just kind of eat right? And if that makes sense. So I have noticed that my business personally has taken off by saying, here is the program we're doing. Here is how many days it is. Here is how the nutrition works. And this is how you get results. Because the honest truth is, guys, I love my people by holding them accountable. Getting them results is why they paid for what they paid for in the first place. They didn't do this because they wanted to join a hippie community where we might get results, if that makes sense. Yes, they want to feel better. Yes, they want community, but they want community with actual real accountability, with actual real measurable results in some way. Maybe that is just feeling better and having more energy, but at least they want to know here is something they can follow. So with that being said, I think you can do a general challenge group, but still have those standards set for your people in terms of, like, I'm not talking about walls, like, we're not getting legalistic here, but just having some, like, guidelines of, did you get in, like, having them set goals even, checking in with them every Saturday and say, hey, how'd you do this week? Did you get all the workouts in this week that you anticipated that you would get in? If you didn't, why not? You can set up a Google form where you do that, where you have them fill that out each week so that they have accountability. But either way, there needs to be, like, a little bit more accountability that we're giving them. And so anyways, I'm only recapping this because no one said they listened to it. So that's why I'm going so deep into this. But she calls it her virtual gym girl boot camp, which I loved. I love that idea of, like, I don't know, most of the people that come to me are people that used to go to the gym and they can't get there anymore for whatever reason. So I love that we're, like, virtual gym girls. And so it makes it feel like we are still all going to the same place, if that makes sense. Because we're still all going to the same tracker app or whatever. But it's like, I don't know. I just thought that was a really cool way to kind of put a spin on it. And so me personally, for this holiday season coming up, because no matter how hard we tell people that discipline is worth it, they don't listen to us around this time. They just don't. So here, the first thing we can do is set a solid example. This is always the time of year that I actually get the most strict with myself, because I know if I don't, I go nuts with Christmas cookies and candy. Like, I love it so much. So this is actually when I get the most strict. And I do that in love. Like, I get strict with myself out of love for myself. Just FYI, it's not like a self-torture thing. But I also do that because it sets an example for people. So when January comes around, they're going to say, okay, Lauren was still disciplined even over the holidays. So I know that if I'm going to join anything, I'm going to join what she was doing. I know that at least that's my mindset when I'm looking at people who I want to lead me in whatever capacity. I want to know who's going to stay disciplined all the time, not just when it's easy. And so I think this is a really good time to start sharing, hey, I'm still doing workouts. Hey, I'm still drinking superfood smoothies. I'm still eating broccoli for dinner. You know what I mean? Not bragging, not being, like, pushy or weird, but just, I'm still, like, this is a lifestyle. I'm not giving it up just because it got hard for a second. So there's that. But then also on November 26th, I'm starting not just a specific, of course, this could change. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, because this could change. But November 26th, I am starting a new challenge group. I just don't know if I'm going to be doing it like specific just shift shop or just 21-day fix extreme, because that's kind of my favorite around the holidays for some weird reason. Or if I'm just going to do a general boot camp, but still have high accountability expectations for my people in there. Not, once again, not legalistic, but just I'm going to love you through accountability. So anyways, that it's going to run through like the December 17th, I think, or December 16th. And then we'll kind of break for the holidays just for like a week or two, which makes sense. I'm not going to take a break from my workouts. I'm still going to be posting those on Instagram, but from challenge groups, we will. Now, with that being said, let's see. I want to take you here to show you the flash sale and explain that. So just so you guys know, I have not been sending out invites right now. I have just been connecting, and that goes against what I usually do. But I have not been inviting because I just have not been sure. Once again, like I said a second ago, I have not been sure how I want to run that challenge group. So it's hard to invite to something if you don't have a plan. But I do know that I'm going to have a challenge group starting the 26th. I just don't know how I'm going to word that to people just yet, quite yet. But I am going to do like mass inviting here in a little bit for this this flash sale, whatever you want to call it. Oh my gosh, that scared me. There's someone working on my parents' front porch, and I didn't know they were coming, and so the door just opened, and my children are here, so. But we're good. I think we're safe. I was like, what in the world? Okay, so right now it's called the Fitness Sneak Peek. Brigitta's going to change this, obviously. But here it is. So, and just as an FYI, you guys are allowed to use this all the time. So, like, let's say you have someone who's like, I want to do this new program you've been doing. You can totally send them to this group, and then she's got, get to know your virtual trainer. Here's what Proving Grounds is. Here's the packages. And you can take these pictures right off of this group. You can use whatever Brigitta puts out there, or anyone in Team Forward Fitness. You can take these pictures, save them to your phone, and send these whenever you're sending out invites and people start asking about prices. And also, a lot of you are hesitant to send something like this because you don't want people to see the big price, like, you know, the best for $315. I always send that because they go, oh, I can do this cheap for $160. And like, once again, all psychology. They're like, oh, okay, like I can just do that basic package and that's the cheapest option. And so like, I'm still getting what I need, but it's the cheapest. And so I have had much more success showing people the value of this by sending pictures like this where they can compare and really see what's best for them. So anyways, you can send those pictures, all these things. Here are transformation photos, which I take these straight out of this and put them on my Instagram stories too. Like literally you can take these and do whatever you want with them. So yeah, you can send and use this anytime. Now, she is going to obviously redo this and move this back to a flash sale, which I think everyone else participated in the flash sale last time except for Sophie for obvious reasons. Yeah, baby. He's at the coffee shop. We'll go see him as soon as I'm done. That's okay. But what she'll do is she'll have over here in the files, which I wonder what she has here now. She doesn't have anything. So she'll have the files with like everything about like what is Shakeology, what are the performance lines, what is Beachbody On Demand. She'll have videos for that. Like this flash sale was amazing the last time she did it. So all we did is we made a post saying, if you've had your eye on any of the programs that we do or that I've been doing, or if you've ever thought about like whatever, or if you want to get healthy and make this your Christmas gift to yourself, this is the group you want to be in. And I will actually craft a post that I'm going to use and that you guys can also use. And on Tuesday, I don't know what time yet, I'll put it in the group message thread. But on Tuesday, if we all post at the same time, you guys can then post in that group message that you did. I'll go to your page and I will comment on it and say how excited I am, because I am so excited. And that helps people see that we're not like out there alone and what we're doing is like not real or something, so that they know that there are other people in the world that are doing these things with us and that we are actually a team. Because like I said, sometimes they think we say team and that there's not really this team and that we're just making it up. So when we go live on each other's posts like that, people know, oh, okay, they actually do support each other and stuff. So I'll craft that post for you guys. Do you guys have any questions about the sneak peek part of this?
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you know, because this month the challenge packs are only 140 instead of 160,
Yes.
which means our commission's going to get docked too.
Mhm.
So I wonder if I haven't asked Brigida if she is going to be saying not $20, but less or whatever.
I'm almost thinking that she's probably going to take out the Amazon gift card portion. You know what I mean?
All together.
I would think so. What?
It's
I would
already
think
so stinking cheap.
Right. I'm thinking if I'm Brigida, if I was going to run this flash sale group, I would probably take out that $20 Amazon gift card that we promised them in the last one because they are already $20 off. So that's going to take away $10 of our commission. So,
That's
or
what
even actually it may take off a little bit, like $12. So I'm thinking that may be what happens. Obviously, you guys don't have to participate in this. If you don't think that it's worth it to you to make a sale,
it's worth it. Trust me, it is.
I know. I agree. It's worth it to me just for like some of the incentives they're offering right now, especially like with travel cash and stuff. But if it's not worth it to you to put people in a flash sale to where you're going to give them like a $20 gift card or send them $20 back of your commission, then don't do it. But to me, it's worth it because usually what happens is I get people started. They come in with a lot of energy and they continue to order, for a few more months or for a long, long time. You see what I'm saying? So it pays off in that sense. Or they become coaches and they're like, this is awesome and I want to do this. And I'm like, I know, it's the best thing ever. So,
and you still make a commission because the gift card's not your entire commission.
Right.
You're still going to make money off of it.
Right. So yeah, I don't know. She hasn't said that yet or not how she's going to do the gift cards. I'm kind of hoping she just does like a $10 gift card, but like
nothing and we just put that they're getting this killer sale.
It is a killer sale. Like I honestly cannot, because Sophie, did you pay $140?
Yes, I think so.
That's psychotic. That's so cheap. That's awesome.
Last time she also did the gift card drawing. So she might, I don't know what she would do. She might just do that. Yeah, she'll probably do that again, I think.
Yeah, I would think for sure on that one. But yeah, I wish she had it up already so that I could really show you guys. But this will be where she puts it. At least that's what she's done in the past. So she'll change this and she'll probably put Black Friday flash sale or something like that will be the title. But the cool thing about these groups that she does is like if you put people in here, they stay in here. And so then anytime she does a sneak peek, even if you're not active, your customers are still going to see it and they're still going to tag you in it or reach out to you for it. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's really cool about this is it's an ongoing thing. It's not like we do this once and then the next time we have to get more people in. Like you've already got people in there that'll see it again. And sometimes those people are customers that then see another post about coaching and they're like, maybe I do want to coach. Maybe like this really is working for people. They're still doing this. This is still going, and it builds belief for people. What about challenge groups? What are y'all's plans for challenge groups throughout the rest of the year? Like I said, mine was starting November 26th. I think I'm going to do a general one. Not really sure if I'm going to do specific, but what are you guys planning on doing?
I was really hoping Transform 20 was actually going to have workouts because that's like the perfect amount of time and I could just talk about we're going to just start easing into habits that won't require a lot of time, but it's not. Yeah. What do you think of Hardcore 22? Do you not like that program?
Do what?
Do you not like the Hardcore 22-minute Hardcore?
I never.
Like that's 22 minutes, and I feel like people this time of year don't want a huge commitment. They want to just do something, but not go all in right now.
Right.
So I'm kind of just going to emphasize more. Let's just establish a workout routine and get our Shakeology in, and then January we'll really hit it hard with nutrition and get in whatever program we're going to do in January.
I remember this time last year I said, all right, like I'm going to start. Well, also we were gearing up for 80-day obsession, which I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not nearly as excited about Transform 20 as I was about 80-day obsession. That program blew my mind. But at the same time, I'm not ready for the 80-day obsession again in my life. It was just a lot of workouts and a long time like for each workout. But I am looking forward to the 20-minute thing. So anyway, what I did last year, I was like, okay, if I'm going to set the tone for people, like I need to do a program and I need to make sure people know that this is a program, that I'm not just some random girl on Instagram, like here's my glute bridges or whatever. So like I made sure that I was like, oh, this is day 4 out of 21 because I did the 21-day fix extreme in December to gear up for the 80-day obsession. And so I was like, this is day 6 out of 21. Today we worked, arms and this and that or whatever. And so I was very, very intentional to share, like, this is a program. This is a set guideline that I get to follow. So I don't have to guess around like, oh, did I do triceps? I forgot triceps. Like, I'm not going to forget anything with these programs. And so, and I don't know. I just made it because I did love it. I showed people that I loved it. And so that is contagious. Like, joy is contagious and excitement is contagious. And so that's what I did. I just shared my joy and excitement that I get to use these programs that keep me in shape as a crazy mom of 2. So that was my game plan. And that's what I plan to do with this November 26th challenge group, whatever I choose for that.
I think 21 Day Fix would probably be a really good one. It's the perfect amount of time in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And you're right. It's a good starting place for everybody.
Everyone.
And if people don't want to really, truly do the nutrition plan, they can do it in January.
Right. And I get that. Like, I understand that not everyone is a Beachbody coach. So not everyone's going to do the nutrition exactly the same. But I'm going to set that example for them. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Right. Like, that's great if you're not going to do it, but I'm your coach. I said I was going to do it, so I'm going to stand by my word. And so that's why honestly, that's why I stay so committed to these programs too, is if I'm going to lead you, I'm going to lead by example.
Right.
Well, Lauren, your question was, what are we doing with our challenge groups?
Yes.
Okay. So me, Megan, and Chelsea had like a power meeting because we do all ours together.
I know. I'm so jealous.
We like doing them together because then we can help each other out. Nobody feels like they're burning out on it. But we decided because our challenge group ends next Saturday. So we'll have like 6 weeks left in the year. So we're each doing like 3-week programs, either Shift Shop and then 21 Day Fix or vice versa. And then so that we can set that example. Then we're going to have weekly, like just side challenges, like plank challenges and walking an extra mile a day or whatever. And for every day that you log for one of our weekly challenges that aren't Beachbody necessarily, but just the extra stuff, you'll get your name entered into like a weekly drawing. And we're just going to send them like Shakeology packets and stuff so that we can boost our participation this month. Yeah. And they can keep doing stuff even if they're not doing a big program. And then they'll be ready for January. So that's what we're doing.
That's a good idea. And so you'll be done with your program.
I will. So I am finishing, and they're doing the same timeline. So they're going to be finishing pretty much like the week. I think it's like the 28th or 29th of December is our last day of that program. That way we can do like, I'm going to do a little obsessed for a week and then I'm doing 80-day obsession again.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I'm super excited.
What I would do for that is definitely like, well, I don't know. I feel like
my little obsessed is going to go like, it's going to go the 29th, 30th, and like over the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. That way when people are making their New Year's resolutions, that we could be like, well, join me for a little obsessed. You'll get all your stuff in by the time I start on Monday.
Yes. Like,
because I love 80-day obsession.
And it is. It's the best. Like, it is. And autumn's just the best. The best. Yeah, that's good. And you're really good at putting things on your stories. And so to just kind of bounce off of that, this is the time. This is not a true statistic. Totally making this up. Most coaches, I'm going to say like 80% of coaches stop posting over Christmas and stop posting over the holidays because for 2 reasons. 1, they're lazy. And 2, they're eating crappy sugar foods and they feel guilty. So instead of pushing through and saying, it's okay, I'm going to make a good choice. I mean, it's okay. Y'all, it's okay to eat Christmas cookies. Move on. Like,
have one instead of 10.
Right. Well, and then even if you do, like, even if your mother-in-law bakes your favorite cookies and you eat 7 of them, guilty, move on. And then the next choice, make another choice that you know is good. Like, we are equipped and we are empowered to do that. And so that's what we are supposed to be showing people. Like, I ate half of that apple pie, but I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I know what to do to be better. And I know what, and I'm not going to feel guilty about it. I enjoyed it. And so what happens is you have like the 80% of coaches who feel guilty. And they're like, oh, I can never be a fitness coach because I did that. Like, yes, you can. You're a human being. So like move past that and just show people like this is how you do this sustainably. This is how you make a lifestyle out of it. And so like Tara, you're awesome at that in terms of like you are so consistent on your stories. And so like and Amber and like pretty much everyone on this call actually, but you're consistent on your stories to show not just the workout portion of you, but like, oh, I went to this weekend retreat and I had a good time and now I'm back to my life again. And I knew how to eat well while I was there too, because this equips me to eat well. And you know what I mean? Like just always sharing like this is a lifestyle. So Tara's awesome at that. If you guys want a good example, she rocks it. But anyways, yes, do that. Like do your weekly obsess. I'm so excited and I'm slightly jealous. Like I want to do 80-day obsession again.
Why couldn't we somehow modify 80-day obsession? I mean,
because
honestly,
Autumn says not to, and Autumn is a goddess, and
I'm
I
just
do what she
saying,
tells me to do.
the 80-day obsession, the little obsessed, the 30-minute ones are essentially the same workout. And even an 80-day obsession, the workouts are the same. They just change around the moves, but they're the same thing.
But she does that strategically. Like, it's not just because she's like goofing around. Like, she does that because she knows that the way that she changes them is the way that it makes your muscles respond again. So that's why you can't really mess it up. And then if you do cut them down, you miss out on certain things at the end. Like what are those Buddha squats? Is that what it is I'm thinking of? Like, you'd miss those. And those warm my behind. So that's why.
Do the little obsessed for 4 weeks instead of because there's 7 different workouts in the little obsessed, but it's shorter.
You
If
can.
that program was 30 minutes, that would probably be the most popular program because nobody has an hour anymore. I can't sell an hour program to people.
Okay, here's the thing. If that's not your jam, then it doesn't have to be your jam. Like if you don't love it, then you don't have to love it. No one's upset that you don't have to love it. So,
I love the program. I
right.
love it. I think it does.
My thing is you can modify it, but you cannot guarantee anyone they're going to get results like some of these before and afters that you've seen. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you can modify this and make it fit into your life. But if you're going to do that, just do 21 Day Fix Extreme because that's 30 minutes that she actually compresses together to be almost like a 45-minute 80-day obsession, if you're going to be honest. Woo, she gets so much in those 30 minutes.
When I tell people about 80-day obsession, I remind them that it's called 80-day obsession. Like you're supposed to be obsessed with it. It's going to be big and intense. Like it's going to be an hour and it's going to be strict on your nutrition because you're supposed to be obsessing about it. It wouldn't be called that if it weren't a big deal.
A healthy obsession.
Normally when I tell people that, they're like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
But
and
in January, you probably pull that. In January, you probably could pull that off more than any other time of the year.
I'm sure that's why they launched it in January last year. Like that, I don't think Beachbody's dumb. They're pretty smart with that one too.
Oh yeah.
I'm just a year behind.
So, and FYI, phase 1's still my favorite. Those bands, who knew laying on the ground for 45 minutes? Yeah, so we have 15 minutes left because I canceled my Zoom membership. So now it will actually kick us off instead of us just like rambling for an hour. We have 15 minutes.
I plan on November 26th doing Shake Shop, I think, because I really enjoyed it. I was a little apprehensive. Totally my personality of if everyone else is on board with it, I don't want to be. But I said, I really liked it. He's super motivating. I mean, 60 seconds, same thing Autumn kind of does, but it's been really fun. And so I think that's what I'm going to push for. And Lauren, if you ever want to do team ups for it, I'm okay with I would help. So if you want to hop on board, we could totally do one together.
Awesome. Okay. I like that. And here's what I'm kind of thinking. I think we could all still, so me and you and Sophie and whoever else wants to join in, we can all still run a joint challenge group together. But what we'll do is you'll tell your people you're doing one program, and then I'm telling my people we're doing this program. Or I think we can also be in the same challenge group, without
yeah.
with them still committing to a same program with you. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think so. But if you want to do your own challenge group, then by all means, run your own. You see what I'm
I
saying?
was going to, but I was just saying, like, you mentioned, like, enjoying what Tara and Chelsea do. So I'm saying if you wanted to do something like that, we totally could team up.
Yeah. Yes. Good call. Good call. So I don't know. I miss autumn, and I think I want to do the 21 Day Fix Extreme. Just a totally personal thing. You have to do a workout that you're going to enjoy. And I love Chris. I love Chris too, but I just miss autumn. So I don't know. We'll see. I wish Autumn would do a Lift 4 type program where it's only like 4 days a week like that, because Joel is a meathead. He gets me darn good results, but he's a meathead.
I think I'm going to go back to Lift 4 with my schedule through the holidays. That will work best for me. But I'd like to be in a challenge group with others, because Teresa and my people are like crickets. They never say anything. You can see that they've watched my video or they like a post, but nothing.
Yep. Let me look, Lise, I think, let's see, November. So if you started.
Well, I'll have to start next week. So I'll be, and here's why that's going to work for me, because I can change up the rest days, because on the 20th, because I'm old, I have to have a colonoscopy. And so I'm really excited, because that's what everybody looks forward to when they turn 50, is a camera in your hiney. But so I thought, well, I can do Lift 4 and I can work out Monday because I'll still have enough nutrition in me. And then I can take Tuesday and Wednesday off and then finish out that week, because then I'll be able to eat again. So Thanksgiving Day morning, I'll be down there lifting weights while most people are cooking. Because I have people in my house.
38 minutes.
Yeah. So I'm good. So that'll work for me. So if we did a challenge group with different workouts, that'll work for me. And then that will end me right about the time Transform 20 comes in. And plus, I'm hoping that I can make myself take those rest days, because I pulled that glute muscle probably 2 months ago and it's still not healed, which is the only reason I haven't gone back to 80-a-day obsession, because I know putting a band on my butt is, not going to happen. There's no butt moving here. So,
I miss you. I can't wait till summit again.
That's what
Yeah.
I was
Well,
Jose.
well, I'm sorry. I just can't be appropriate. Like, ask my children.
I love it.
Like, my kids are teenagers, and like, so now I say things even more inappropriate. And
Well, and there's very few people that I watch their stories, and I have to watch it when my kids or my husband are around, because I just laugh the whole time on their Instagram stories, and yours is one of them.
yeah, well,
Nuts.
because you just don't know. Like, my life is crazy. It's boring, but it's crazy.
Anyways, I think that's a good idea, though. Minus the
But yeah, so I mean, I'm all for going in with somebody, because I thrive on the people saying stuff to me and nobody says anything, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so bored talking to these people that don't respond to me.
Yeah, I'll add you as an admin into ours so that you can add people if you have them. Okay.
Okay, well, I don't know if I have anybody right at the moment, because I don't know who's talking. I don't even know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But
I'll let you guys know what I'm doing right now, because I'm not sending invites. So this is what happens whenever because sometimes I just go like 2 weeks with not inviting anyone, because I kind of like, I don't know. It's like it's almost like a Sabbath or something. But I haven't really invited anyone. But I have been inviting to the coaching opportunity a little bit. But what I've been focusing on right now is just like conversations with people. So if you're ever in a spot where you're like, I just can't invite because I don't have anything to invite to yet or at this point, then just have conversations. And I know Danielle and I talk about this sometimes, how boring it is, but at the same time, it's also like, that's how you love humans, is by listening to them. I've just been sending out messages to anyone that follows me saying like, what do you do? Or what are you studying? Or what year are you in college? Or just whatever. And like one girl, this is no joke, she sent me a message Let's see. She said something about she can never be a coach because she's out of shape. And I was like, that means your story could be even that much more inspiring. No one wants to hear fitness tips from the girl that's always been fit. They want to hear tips from the girl who had to fight for her fitness and overcome obstacles. She's like, wow, I've never really thought of it like that. You're totally right. It just really scares me because I don't know what to do. There are so many dreams in my head. And I said, like what? I'd love to hear. And she goes, really? I don't want to be worrisome and a burden to you. Like people think that their hopes and dreams are worrisome and burdens to other people. So I was like I have moments like that, like once a day where I'm like, this person, no one listens to this person. And I'm the only one, this girl from Instagram who she doesn't even have her face in her profile picture, is asking her what her hopes and dreams are. And she's like, really? And I said, yeah, not at all. Go ahead. I wish someone would have asked me these questions when I was your age. She's a senior in high school. And she's like, oh, you're so sweet. Here are my career choices that I've thought about being, and I'm not sure. And I'm like, no one has these conversations with these poor kids. So it's like, no, I'm not doing this to like get in there and talk about coaching and stuff. But at the same time, like that's how you build relationships for people to end up trusting you, to end up wanting to join your team someday. I don't know if she'll ever join my team. She didn't really seem interested, but I still care about her because no one else does, apparently. It's the way she's making it sound. And obviously, like she's not acting like a victim or anything, but just like that's just what you do. You just talk to people and ask them how they are and how they're doing or what they do. Or like one girl, she was like, oh, I do some weird job. And I was like, oh, how'd you get started with that? And she was like, I don't know. I don't really like it. And I'm like, have you heard about coaching? But really though, like just, like it's good to have these conversations with people because I don't know, you're kind of a safe place for them because you're not judging them. And even if you did, you're over the internet. So they don't really care what you think, but at the same time, you're a good sounding board for them. So anyways, if you're ever in a spot where you're like, I just can't invite, there's a mental block or there's something, just start having conversations with people.
In fact, that should be what you're doing every
day. And I do that every day, but I'm just upping it because I'm not inviting right now.
I would say, because I think one thing that a lot of coaches get hung up on are such fancy things, putting their challenge groups together. And I don't know, there's so many activities that we can be wasting our time on.
Yes.
If you are struggling to find time to do this business, all you need to do is have conversations. Literally, set your alarm for an hour every day and just go find conversations on Instagram. That's what you should be doing. That's how you connect. That's the money-making activities because yes, they may never come, but those are the people who will eventually come because they feel connected to you. I have to say this real quick. I know our time is getting on, but
you're fine.
Yesterday, I probably spend at least 2 hours every day in conversations with people. And I got this message, no joke. You know how on Instagram you have the people who aren't following you or anything? They are in that separate category at the top and it says you have a message.
Yeah.
What is it called?
It says like other requests or something.
Other requests or something. So I go to click on it.
So shady.
And this girl who hasn't followed me, she has nothing on hers because her thing is set to private or whatever, sends me this message saying, hey girl, I just saw your Facebook or your Instagram profile and I was wondering if you would be, you're just so beautiful. And I was wondering if you'd be a product tester for my thing. And you can even get my awesome discount for it. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, this is why I struggle so much with this business because people do this. At the same time, I got a message from a girl who I sent out one of my candid messages. This is very personable. And she reached back and she goes, wow, I don't think I've ever had a stranger reach out to me in such a personal way.
Yes.
I really appreciated that. And I just got to thinking, that's what sets us apart, you guys. Taking that time to have those conversations. I know it can be exhausting. That's why you have to set an alarm on your phone and do it for a certain amount of time. Or I just do it till my inbox is empty. And it usually does take me a couple hours. But
well, that's because you use STEM Social, by the way, too. Like, side note for you guys, Danielle and I and a few others on the team use STEM Social, where anyone who follows us, it automatically sends them a message. And so our inbox fills up on its own that way. But if not, you have to go to those people and send them those messages yourself.
Right. So, but yeah, I mean, that is where it's at. And it's amazing how many people will open up to you about things and you connect with them on a personal level. So next week when I start mass inviting, because I'm the same way, I don't invite every single day. I do these conversations super consistently every day. But, and if the conversation leads to an invite, then I will, if it's natural into the conversation, I will. But otherwise, I just kind of cut it off, let it end. And then now next week, I'm going to go back. I wrote all those people's names down. I have them all flagged, and I'm going to go mass invite them all to the flash sale.
That's my tactic too this month, by the way. Just conversations, and then I'm going to invite all in one day before the flash sale, like probably that Wednesday before.
Oh, I feel like I need more time to get people in it. I'm going to try to aim for Monday and Tuesday so that I have Wednesday to really get everybody over into it. But yeah, I mean, honestly, that's how I do it every month. I do a ton of conversations. I write their names down, and then I mass invite a couple days before, the week before our next challenge group starts. And it seems to work well. And I try to time that so it's earlier in the month, not the end of the month. So I'm not freaking out to get Success Club.
Yep. Yeah, people do it differently. There are some months that I literally will invite every single day. Like, join the challenge. And those have been my best months, if I'm being totally honest. But I feel like November and December are separate beasts all of their own just because of the holidays. And so this is where I'm being very, very focused to just say, all right, I'm just going to have conversations, and then I'm going to do that mass invite like Danielle just said for this Black Friday sale. And then same thing in December, I'll probably just be posting, enjoying talking to people, building relationships. And then probably right after Christmas, when everyone's got Christmas money, burning a hole in their pocket. And like, I know Chelsea, she got started with this because she had Christmas money and she was going to go do a gym membership, but she gave this a shot first. And so here's Chelsea, like 2 years later. So I know. And that was when I went from Success Club 0 to 10 all on December 26th last year. So like, I know that was when it was like, what? So just be consistent, show up, show people that you are showing up, love on them in conversations, and then be strategic with when you invite in these months. So for me, it's going to be for this flash sale in November, and then for right after Christmas in December, which is tricky and scary, but it works. So it works. That's probably what
If you're consistent with the conversation.
Yes, if you're consistent with the conversation.
If you are not, it will not work. It will fall flat.
Right. So, shocker, you have to be a genuine human being for things to be successful in this world for you.
Well, that's my problem.
Oh my goodness.
Any more questions before it kicks us off?
No.
All right.
Can someone take a picture? That we
yeah. Hopefully it doesn't kick us off like right as I take it, or like last week. My phone died. All right. They say if you're going to be the front and center, you got to put up a hand to wave. Or maybe I can. Let me change
it. Make it so little.
I forgot about that. There we go.
Do you have it cut off now?
Cut off. What's off? Okay, everybody wave or just look cute. Got it. No, I didn't. Okay, now I got it. Sorry, it was like trailing because I was like paying too close attention and I was doing this. So, all right, I will put that on in the group message. This was a good call.
Awesome.
We got a lot off.
All right. Ooh, and I actually made my bed.
I cleaned my bathroom.
And Tara's usually doing her meal prep at this time. But no, that was when we did it at night, so not in the mornings anymore.
That's a Sunday.
Yeah, that's when we did it.
No, I don't think I've made my bed in 3 months since football, so this is like big.
I don't know how you function.
But you just don't come home. That's pretty much what happens. You go from work for 10 hours to the football field, and then the weekends are 21 hours at the football field, and then you just come to the bed and hope that it's clean. That's it.
Such a good life. Just come to the bed.
Yeah.
And clean. This is a side note. When I was in high school, our soccer field had sand all over it. And one of the guys told me, like, you would get done playing and there would just be sand, like, all in your shin guards, and it was horrible. So usually we take our shin guards off and, like, wipe our legs off or whatever. There was a guy that told me, and he's, like, not a dirty guy. Like, I was not expecting this, but he said, oh, yeah, like, I crawl into bed right after soccer games and just go right to sleep. And I was like,
ew.
How much sand is in your bed? He was like, don't worry about it. That's disgusting.
You can come swimming because I have a beach in my bed.
Right. I was like,
it's like the ocean. Wow.
My sister's husband does that too. He crawls right into bed after workouts. I'm like, that's nasty. Nasty.
Mine doesn't work out, so I don't have to worry about it.
Just keep leading by example.
Hey, I'm trying, but, I've got one playing video games while I'm running around shift shopping, and I've got, one asking for Takis every day, and the answer is no, not every day. And then, I'm doing my thing, and they're just like, hey, good job, Mom.
Well, Josh is finally doing Lift 4 because it's only 4 days a week. So,
well, I think that's just going to work for me through the holidays. So with everything going on, and I'm not even sure what's going on, to be honest, but.
He loved Body Beast, but he ended up ripping something. Oh, yeah, you're a Body Beaster.
I'm a Body Beast.
She thinks a Body Beast. She's still on the call.
Yeah. I don't know. I've kind of switched to Autumn, which I didn't think I'd ever do because I don't like her.
You don't? Oh, that's right.
No, I think she's the most annoying person ever. And if she can't put the girls away, I don't know. Like, put them up. No one needs to see them.
I follow her on Instagram, and I think she actually recently got them pumped up a little bit more. She got some inflation.
Oh, she's done something. Those things are going to hurt her one day.
I know. Well, a lot of coaches have gotten them and have been like 50% of them have gotten them back out because they cause so many allergic reactions. They're really bad.
I don't have implants, but I've had boobs my whole life. They're a pain in the ass. Excuse me. I'm glad they're going away. They're just in my way all the time.
Catherine, what were you asking or saying?
The implants can burst.
Yeah.
And they can also, when you go to have a mammogram, they can actually see all the way around. So you can have breast cancer and not even know.
It's just bad. A lot of them had inflammation, they were swelling, they were having it was basically an allergic reaction just constantly, and they couldn't figure out what it was, and it was the implants. But
doesn't it seem a little odd that we're promoting health, so we're going to put silicone gel inside our bodies? I don't know.
Josh keeps asking me what rank I have to be to get my fake boobs. He says, what rank do you get your fake boobs at?
10-star diamond, babe. I'm working on it.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't know. I'm probably pretty high up.
I don't want new ones. I just want them put back up like where they started instead of on my belly. So if I could just get my tummy tucked where I had babies and put my boobs back up on my chest, I'd be happy.
Well, I mean, I think they do. They just pull the skin up, right? Like that's.
Yeah. So it just. I mean, but then I'm afraid my boobs be on my face. I'm pull too hard.
This is why I haven't cut us off at a certain point, is because the conversations go this way. Oh my goodness.
Only if I'm here. I'm pretty sure it's only if I'm here because, again, cannot be appropriate. I don't even know how.
All right. I'm going to end the call, especially since this is still recording. And so I hope someone goes back to watch this. I might, honestly. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Have a good weekend, ladies.
You too.
You too.
All right.